going to start talking about this. I'm going to input 2 homework assignments, 11.2, okay? One is going to strictly be video. Like this guy is going to come and do this video about the selling prices of homes and what's the difference between the mean and the median and the mode and how you can apply it. And once you watch these videos, then you answer a question about it. Okay, so about whatever you saw. And what I've done is I've separated the video homework is one homework, and then the actual math problems is another homework. So you will see 2 assignments for 11.2. Both of them are due, right, at the same time. Good? Okay. So 11.2, which is called Measures of Central Tendency. The reason it's called central tendency is I like to think of it as, okay, so we're going to be talking about like a bunch of numbers, a group of numbers that represent whatever we're representing, right? We could be representing the amount of people that purchased a ticket to a concert, right? Just whatever, or the amount of people that voted for a Democratic Party, the amount of people that voted for. So there's all kinds of things we can look at data and measure it. The way that I like to think of this is I like to think of all my data values, like I'm a visual person, right? So all my data values are like little dots, colored dots all over the place on the number line. And if I squint my eyes and most of the dots fall over here, watch, I'll show you. Don't write this down. I'm just showing you what I mean. So like here it's 0, right? And let's say I have, maybe these are the grades of a test. That would be bad because most of them are negative. But, you know, maybe they represent something. If you squint your eyes, where does the weight fall? Like if you squint your eyes, where's most of the data? Right here, right? So that's what we call the center of the weight. Even though I have values out here, the weight is still wherever most of the data values fall, right? And so there are different ways that we can measure this weight. Okay, the first one is called the mean, which is another way, is the mathematical way to say average. Most people think this is the best way to look at a weight, which it is absolutely not always the best way to look at a weight. I'll give you a great example. If I have a class of 20 people, right, and 3 of them don't even show up for the test, that's 3 zeros. And then most people make C's and a few A's and B's, right? And if somebody said, what's your class average? Well, those 3 zeros are going to weight me down to like a D, F average because they're zeros. They contributed nothing. So I might say, well, my class average was a 65. Is that an accurate reflection of my class grade? What I've done, what I've taught, and what they've learned? Absolutely not. Those zeros pulled my average all the way down. So sometimes a lot of people in real life will say, oh, just take the average. No. The average is not always the best way to look at how something is weighted. Another way we can do is the median. Median, I like to think of as like, you know, when you're driving, all of us are drivers, and you have a median in the road, right? It is the middle. So a median is the very center value. So if you line up all your numbers numerically, the very center would be the median. The center value in numerical order. That's important. Because if you're not in numerical order, then it's not the center value. And then finally, we have the mode. The mode is another way we can measure the weight or the central tendency of data values. And when I say data values, I just mean a bunch of numbers, right? So the mode is the one that occurs the most often. O, the most often, right? You can have more than one mode. You can have no mode. So if every data value only occurs one time, you don't have a mode. Like if everybody took a test in here and everybody scored the exact same, exactly different scores, then there's no mode. But let's say you two had the same exact score, then your grade would be a mode. It occurred the most often, right?
As long as it's mine.
I don't know.
Huh?
How do you get your grade?
I said as long as it's my grade, not
So
hers.
get her grade.
Oh, okay. All right, so which is the best? That to me is the trickiest part deciding. So we have a couple of guidelines to look at.
I'm just joking.
Example 1. Let's
I'll take
consider
her.
the data values 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, you're going to need your calculators today. What is the median? So the median is the middle value. We already are in, we don't have a mode, okay, so there's not one number that occurs more than the other. The median is the exact center value, right, which is 9. They're already in numerical order. So the median is 9. And the mean, okay, does everybody know how to find the average of values? You add them all up and then divide by the amount that there are. So you would do 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11 and divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, divide by 5. Okay, so to find your mean, you take the sum of the values and divide by the total number. In this case, it's 5. So what is our mean?
9.
9. Okay. So do you think that the median and the mean are good measures of central tendency?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the same. They're close to the same. Sometimes you might get 9 and 9.5. You can still call that the same because they're close, right?